Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're on day 3 here on Cyan Beach, still continuing our pincer hunt, and we're going to start off with 5 fancy apples for going to bed on time. We still have the dark screen for some reason. Still not exactly sure what causes this. Little behind the scenes, I don't load the game up and then just sit there forever. Usually as soon as I'm ready to start recording, I boot up the game and then I jump into it immediately. So I'm not sure why I have a dark screen. Maybe this is something you guys are having too. But yeah, I know we've talked about it before, but never really explored it. But kind of interested if it's happening to other people. So if it is, let me know in the comments below if you see this every morning as well. I'm not sure why it happens. But we're also going to start off with 10,518 sneaky snacking. Got quite a bit from Dodrio and Raichu, and even Victory Bell sneaking on the board just a little bit. Probably because he had a main skill trigger kind of late last night. So had a good amount of energy when I went to bed. That does put us at Ultra 1, which I tried to get to before I went to bed last night, but ended up just that shy after collecting all the berries, even from Raichu. So didn't quite get there before bed, so we won't have it for our report today. But we're already far enough for Pincer to start showing up, as long as we got the right sleep type. Well, let's go ahead and grab our sleep points. We've got 93 of them today, which puts us at 2,909. And then for our lottery, I would like to get some biscuits and start stocking some of those up. Ooh, very nice. An ingredient ticket M is very good. I will definitely be happy with that. Even though it's not the biscuit, it is pretty good. Possibly, no, I'd say not as good as a biscuit personally, but I will not complain about it. And let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see if we even got the dozing type that we need. Session 207. I did use an incense last night, so I know one of the spawns that will show up. 7 hours and 56 minutes. I did get up early today. 6% dozing, not looking good. 59% snoozing and 35% slumbering. Also not looking good for the other thing that we need, which is a better Totodile. Out of the 3 sleep types that we could have got, that we can get, snoozing is the worst one for me currently on Cyan Beach. But we are going to break 10 million. Not quite 12. We did get 11.3 million with 1 3-star sleep. That's interesting. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's the Squirtle. Squirtle? Totodile. Doesn't look like it's the Totodile. It is the Rattata that we already had. Let's see. Did we get anything new, though? Does not look like it. No new sleep styles. We got a Totodile, Eevee, Growlithe, Rattata, Mr. Mime, another Growlithe, and another Rattata. Mr. Mime is actually pretty interesting. We do have a pretty good one, but I'm not opposed to a better one. But using the Totodile incense, of course, we have to go for the Totodile, which is hopefully hungry. It's not. And there were a couple comments yesterday correcting me. I was wrong. It is level 40 friendship where you get 2 guaranteed gold sub skills, not level 20. Of course, the Eevee's hungry now. Like, what we could do... where's that other Eevee? Did we get 2 Eevees? Or no, it was 2 Growlithe. Ugh, that's terrible. If we had 2 Eevees, we could have fed 1 biscuit to the one that wasn't hungry, and then given the hungry one the bonus biscuit, but did not work out. So let's give the bonus biscuit to the Totodile. Let's see if we can take him home first, because that is our priority. Just don't do like Eevee did yesterday and get full now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Of course. Well, on the plus side, we can at least take the Eevee home today. It was the one Pokemon that we really didn't need to be hungry. But hey, at least we're taking it home and level 20 friendship. That is all that I'm worried about here today. I know I said Mr. Mime would be nice, but I'd rather get a Mime Jr. Let's send out that Totodile candy just to help people out. Totodile is a very good berry specialist, especially for Oran berries. We are going to grab 432 research XP for our troubles and 1201 dream shards, so not bad at all. And let's go ahead and switch on over and we will check out this Eevee. Level 13 and quiet. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Milk, milk, and sausage. Default loadout. And then helping bonus to start off. That's pretty good. Ingredient Finder M, not too bad. Inventory up S is actually pretty good for skill trigger. Ingredient Finder S, we're doubling up on that, so that's not super great. And Helping Speed S, this is actually not terrible. I wish that we had some skill triggers instead, but it's not the worst. Let's see, expected, oh, they've changed the wording. It's expected skill count now instead. I haven't seen this new wording yet, but it looks like it still runs on a percentage, so that's good. Nothing has changed. It just says expected skill count instead of skill trigger value, so not quite sure what the reasoning for changing the wording was. Maybe just to help people understand it a little bit easier, but not too bad. Ooh, a lot of wording has changed. Total strength is still the same, but now we have ingredient strength versus meal coverage. Oh, how would that even play out? We're going to test this live. Showing nothing. Okay. I wonder if that's based on the meals I have selected, which are none of them. Yeah, no, the chocolate cake is using milk. I was going to say none of them use milk, but the chocolate cake definitely does. And I don't see anywhere else on here. I also forgot to change the nature to quiet. That is not going to change anything. This is a solid ingredient, Eevee, though. Where did it go? There it is. So that will help. Yeah, meal coverage, maybe under advanced options. No meal coverage here. Maybe here? No, that's for the weighted average. I don't see anywhere to pick a specific meal. Maybe it's in the main settings. Nope. Not that I'm seeing. Unless we just switch it to desserts in general. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So that's what it is when you have whatever meal you have selected here. So things have changed. All right, this is different. There was no announcement on the Discord or anything. This just kind of popped up. So we've got curries and stews. If you go to your settings, the gear in the top right, and then scroll down just a little bit, you've got your meal choice, curries and stews, salads, or desserts and drinks. And then it will base the calculation depending on which meal you have selected. Let's pick something without milk. Stalwart vegetable juice. Let's back out and then let's run meal coverage again. Should say nothing. Cool. Okay, so that's how that works. You and I both learned today. And then ingredient strength. This is a different thing as well. I mean, yeah, for an ingredient farmer, if this was an ingredient specialist, this would be almost perfect. I don't know that I'd say it's 99 or 100, but it's pretty good. You know, you can't really ask for a whole lot more other than some better inventory up. Having that as L would be better. I'd say this is probably about 85, 90% until you get inventory up L, but that's just being real picky. And then also because it doesn't go beyond 60, it doesn't see that ingredient finder S is there and it doesn't detract. I think that's actually not the best or most beneficial thing you could have. And it also doesn't show helping speed, which does kind of balance that out. So it is what it is, but this is a pretty solid ingredient farmer. It's just unfortunate that we needed to be good at skills, not ingredients. So I'm gonna, this is kind of difficult. I don't think I want to keep this Eevee, even though it is very good at ingredients. I don't know that I want to keep it unless we turned it into a Vaporeon, but even then it wouldn't be the best Vaporeon because we want skill triggers for the ingredient magnet. So, kind of a tough call. I may just hold on to it for now just to see and give it a think. I might do it, but I don't know. Kind of in the middle. Interesting stuff though that we have these new options here. I'm gonna have to go through all of my old ingredient specialists. I imagine the total strength and berry specialists won't change, but maybe actually this brings up a good point. Let's just test it real fast. We'll just do the one. We'll check our Blastoise. Typically, or not typically, in the old calculation, he was 98%. Let's see what this Blastoise turns into now with ingredient strength instead of ingredient count. It's looking all right. 97, so he only lost 1 percentage point. So that's not terrible at all. Yeah, so we can see the breakdown here. 96, 100, 98, 96, 96, 95. This is saying he gets worse over time, but he also gets skill level up M. And I think the skill trigger and the berry finding, this makes at level 100, this Blastoise is going to be a very, very good hybrid Pokemon, in my opinion, that kind of does everything really well, gathering its ingredients. When it does find berries, it'll get double berries and then skill level up M, so it'll have a level 6 until they release level 7 main skills. But kind of interesting. It looks like maybe it hasn't changed too much in terms of ingredient count versus ingredient strength, but it'll be interesting to see how things change when we go, well, when I go through everything. I'm not going to do that on camera. That would be incredibly boring. But speaking of boring, I've been rambling for quite a while. Let's go ahead and move on. Gonna have some stuff to experiment with later. But let's go ahead and see if we have any new news. No new news, no medals, but we do have some community reports. We've got 47 reports, which I believe is 100% reporting, because I lost some friends along the way, but we did get a level up. We got 1 level up, which is good for 2 handy candies. Yep, sure enough, that was 100% reports, and I got so distracted by the 100% reports that I forgot to count the doubles. But people mess up from time to time. Let's go ahead and grab our resources from our Pokemon. We are staying relatively high in total ingredient count this week. There's Beware. Beware seems to have gotten a lot of candies. I feel like I've gotten at least 1 a day where he's brought some candy home. Quite a bit of corn there, and hopefully some potatoes. Yep, potatoes are what we need. Did you get a skill trigger overnight? You did not, but let's go ahead and grab those apples. A couple of berries to go with it. And let's get breakfast on the stove. Let's see. We do have enough for limbercorn stew, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. Stocking up on those apples for whenever we have another dessert week, because it's very hard for desserts when I don't have a good apple farmer. Throw in the rest of this cocoa, and we should have a pretty solid limber corn stew with just a hint of that chocolatey flavor, making it extra silky smooth. And that is good for 11,340 strength gained, which is going to put us at level 13 on the limber corn stew. So we are looking pretty nice. I don't think that'll push us to Ultra 2 just yet, but I'm still not 100% familiar with the scaling here on side. Oh no, that will. We were way further than I thought we were. I thought we were just barely into Ultra 1. But I did forget about the sneaky snacking, so that would make sense. Cool, let's go ahead and see how that looks. Did we get halfway? Not quite halfway, about a quarter of the way to Ultra 3. So we're making good progress. We should hopefully have the 2-star pincer unlocked by tomorrow morning. Almost certainly, unless things just go horribly wrong and I just neglect the game all day. But even then, I think our sneaky snacking would push us into it. Yeah, even if I didn't play the game the rest of the day and didn't open it, sneaky snacking would almost certainly get us to Ultra 3. So we are in a very good place. Like I said, some things to experiment and mess around with on the website. I'm going to see if I can find somewhere where they mentioned that things were changing, because typically I get a notification on Discord whenever they change stuff on the website. But I haven't seen anything today, so this is all new, and I'm going to have some fun messing around with that. But that said, that is what I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.